big chunk taken out of it. He's like, I had to try some of it. It's really good cake. Happy for you both. But it was kind
By
of...
the way, we're gonna need the cake topper groomsman.
Yeah. So that was the most bizarre gift, I think.
I don't know. I guess my idea of bizarre is pretty weird. So I don't find most stuff bizarre that people give me. I'm usually pretty amazed by it, and I feel like a talentless hack when someone gives me like a picture they've drawn. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't kick a set of map colors down the stairs. This is amazing. But the food thing made me think of a story that was kind of interesting that happened a couple of years ago at a convention where I got two of the strangest gifts I've ever gotten. One of them, do you remember my ice cream problem, Todd? Do you remember my problem? I used to have this understanding with ice cream. If it was around, I would eat it. and it was so bad that one time I actually sat and ate an entire gallon of ice cream.
When he goes to the store, the big gallon grabs a little pint and goes, "Come clutch to it."
What flavor? What flavor was that gallon? It was Dutch chocolate, and I was eating it with a cooking spoon. So I meant business. I knew what I was doing, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just put this away later. And then I'm like, scrape. Oh my God! I've eaten an entire gallon of Dutch chocolate ice cream at a sitting. Do I go to the hospital? What happened? So that was when I decided I had a problem. But I told that story at a convention, several conventions actually, and so someone thought it would be really funny to give me as a gift a T-shirt on which I am depicted reliving that experience. And I'm like, I really need to get a gym membership. And so and they made several of these, and we're like giving them to people at this convention. This girl, it was a really awesome T-shirt, but I'm not gonna wear a T-shirt with my picture on it, particularly if my picture's stuffing its face with ice cream. And at that same convention, because it was around my birthday at the time, I had somebody, made me, the story was I got an angry letter from someone whom I never actually met this person, so I feel bad.
Was it the Vic Holiday special? I wrote you a letter?
It was Ziggy.
Oh.
Please stop bringing up my Christmas special, it's still in litigation. No, so somebody, a handler gave me this letter that someone had passed on to them, and I read it, and it said, basically this girl had made me like a dozen cookies, and each cookie was frosted to look like a character I had played, right? Pretty nice idea, and I totally would have accepted that and eaten the hell out of those cookies. But someone told her, and it wasn't me, because I will totally accept food. Sometimes, I try not to anymore. But at the time, I was like, oh yeah, it's cookie. Is it sweet? Is it made of ice cream? I'll eat it. Oh, that wasn't even for me. Well, it is now. But someone had told her, I guess she approached someone and said, can we give them food? And the person just said no. And so kind of answered for me, even though that would not have been my answer. And so then they got mad, because then they had nowhere to, they slaved over these cookies, I imagine, for hours. And so they gave me an angry note saying, well, this is for your birthday, and blah, 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 blah. But it ended with, P.S., your cookies were delicious. So I can just imagine this poor person just in their hotel room, angrily eating all my cookies. I hate that guy, such a jerk.
I think there's sexual innuendo there. Your cookies were delicious.
Under 18.
I didn't say a dirty word, did I?
Yeah, right. You made an innuendo. But it's a euphemism. That's what a euphemism is supposed to be, right? It's to go over the heads of anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about. They just think we're talking about cookies.
Exactly.
It's not pointed out then. The best innuendos aren't called innuendos.
Touche.
Quentin, do you have anything?
I've not received any weird gifts. I did receive some.
I'm just having to stand right here while you're saying you haven't received any gifts.
I received some lovely gifts.
There's a bag next to you. Is there anything for you in that bag? No, your other side.
That's just full of Haber gifts.
Oh, that's happening. Yeah.
I'm gonna come up and dress as a cosplayer so you don't recognize me and give you like bearer bonds or something. U.S. savings things. So it could be like a bizarre gift or
That
something.
would be good.
Gerber life insurance.
Yeah.
I would take that.
Yeah.
No, I received booze actually at a convention. I think I may have shared it with you, Jeff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.